Good morning, everybody. My name is Barry Schwartz, and this is the Search Buzz video recap. Today is Friday, July 5th, and this is the search news we covered over at the Search Engine Roundtable at seroundtable.com. We got Google Search Console difficulties this week, some big ones. Earlier weekend search ranking volatility. The zero-click study is out from Rand Fishkin. Some Google ad news, and so much more. So definitely stay tuned. And of course, I'd like to thank our sponsor, Bruce Clay. Bruce Clay is one of the founding fathers of the SEO space, doing search marketing since 1996. Bruce Clay is big into SEO training, so check them out at seotraining.com and also check out their services at bruceclay.com. Thank you, Bruce, for all you do, and thanks for sponsoring. So just a quick heads up, I did my monthly Google Webmaster report. I posted it on July 2nd. Yeah, July 2nd. And you can pretty much catch up on everything that happened in the past month. So we had the June spam update. We have mobile first indexing going done, some big Google indexing issues, AI overview changes like crazy, that Google search leak when they spoke about it, and so much more. So definitely take a look at that if you want to catch up on what happened over the past month. It's a really quick and easy way to catch up on everything that's going on. Google last weekend, again, had another Google search ranking volatility with major ranking fluctuations according to the ranking tools. You can see they're all, not all, many of them are actually spiking. The chatter was also pretty significant as well. Something's going on with these weekend volatilities. Last time we had multiple weekend volatilities over the course of a few months. Google said there was some type of bug with Google search. I'm not sure if this is the case here, but we'll see what happens over this weekend, maybe next weekend, and maybe if it keeps happening, I will inquire with Google. But again, if you saw ranking volatility last weekend, you were definitely not alone. This week, Google had some significant Google Search Console difficulties. The reporting, which gets backed up here and there, was significantly delayed this week. We saw it peak at backing up around 97 hours of delays. So we reported about it on July 2nd after it was about, I think, 70. First it was 50, then it was 60, then it was 70. And it's peaked around, like I said, 97 hours. Google then confirmed that they are working on a fix. And then I reported yesterday when people started to see that the reports were changing and the fresh data was kind of like wonky, that Google did confirm again that they are working on a fix and it will take 2 to 3 days. Google said this on July 3rd at night. I think Google posted this around 2 p.m. on July 3rd, that it will take 2 to 3 days to fully reprocess. So we're not at the 2 to 3 days yet, but as of last night around 7:45 and then after 8 o'clock, Google's Search Console reports seem to have caught up. They were at showing me 2 hours or less, that it was updated 2 hours or less, which is normal for Google. And also John Mueller this morning, just a couple hours ago before recording this video, said it looks like it's all caught up, but Google did not officially post on their Google Search Console's channel yet, on their Google Search Central channel yet, that it was caught up. So there may be some little things that haven't fully caught up yet. I will update my post just to confirm that it was updated, but it looks like it's all caught up as of last night around 8 p.m. Eastern. Talking about Google Search Console, with that, of course, lots of people, SEOs, are like, well, if Google Search Console is having issues, maybe there's a core update about to run out because it's delayed there, so maybe Google's using resources for something else that is backing up Google Search Console. Nope, they're completely unrelated. There was no core update or unconfirmed core update that rolled out. John Mueller said that as well. He said, to be direct, no, this is not an unconfirmed Google update. We'll announce that when it's time. In general, reporting is independent of the process of making ranking updates. Again, totally separate systems. Just because it was a Google Search Console wonkiness doesn't mean that there was some type of core update or other issue with Google Search. They're completely unrelated and so forth. Talking about that, Google was asked, why don't you post the delays of the Google Search Console report in the Google Search status dashboard like you would with serving issues, indexing issues, ranking changes, and so forth? And John Mueller said, well, because it's just a reporting thing. It's not actually affecting core search. He said, let me quote, we track it in the search status dashboard if it was affecting one of the core search systems like crawling, indexing, ranking. In this case, it's just a reporting, and we don't track those in the status dashboard. Maybe we should, maybe we shouldn't, I don't know. But basically goes on that, explaining that since it's not a core system, it's just a reporting thing that doesn't actually affect core search, it's not there. So maybe Google will post some type of message. They post on their social channels. Maybe they'll post a message in the Search Console system, maybe. I don't know, going forward. But right now, they don't report that there. Rand Fishkin came out with his updated 2024 version of the zero-click Google study. And in that study, he showed that about 58.5% of clicks of searches lead to 0 clicks in the Google search. Now, he broke it out nicely. He broke it out by American regions and European regions. And he basically said from the search, 37.1% lead to nothing, just the browser session ends. 21.4% lead to another search, so technically clicking within the Google search results to another Google search. And 41.5% of those clicks lead to actual click to actual website. What's interesting is like 1% lead to paid search ads. Again, that's just, again, you have to keep in mind that most Google searches don't have ads, he said, and so forth. This is a lot of data in here. I'm not going to go through it all. I love that Rand Fishkin does these reports, so definitely take a look at them. I posted about it on July 3rd, but you can look at more at that information at SparkToro on his blog. Also yesterday, there was these rumors that Reddit has blocked Google search from indexing and crawling its website. Now, I thought that was crazy because Reddit is getting an insane amount of traffic from Google search right now. In fact, even Google's paying Reddit to have their content and to serve it up in Google search. So I looked into it and I noticed that other people were noticing also that Pedro Diaz and some other people were actually noticing that if you go to the Reddit's robot.txt file as a human, you get one thing. But if you go there as Googlebot using the Google Rich Result Test tool, the Google Rich Result Test tool, it actually is saying Googlebot is allowed. So Reddit was kind of cloaking, but it's okay cloaking because humans don't actually read robot.txt files. Machines do. It's made for machines, so it's not really technically cloaking. It's not showing a human thing. It's okay. In any event, Reddit is not, I repeat, Reddit is not blocking Google search. Gary from Google explained why soft 404s, 404 pages that are not serving a 404 status code, but 200 status code that Google thinks are 404 pages, why they're a bad thing. He said two things. One is it limits your crawl budget. And two, the pages are unlikely to show up in search. During indexing, they're filtered out. And basically, you should make sure that if you are having soft 404 errors in Google Search Console and those pages are stuff that you do not, that are legit and you don't want them to be soft 404s, work on improving those pages. Bing has updated its Bing Webmaster guidelines to say that prompt injection is not allowed. Prompt injection is basically when you're forcing AI tools such as Bing, Chat, or now Copilot, or even OpenAI and ChatGPT to answer a question where it doesn't really have the answer, and you keep prompting it to do something and you're injecting stuff in there. And he said if you're using that for methods to create content on your website through prompt injection, it's against Bing's Webmaster guidelines. It's interesting they posted that, but again, I guess Bing wants to be really clear about this type of stuff going forward. Google is testing current styles in the Google search results. It's the new Carousel. Kind of reminds me of the latest styles Carousel, but this is the current style, so not latest, but current. And this is spotted by SADIK. Here's a screenshot of that. Pretty nice find there. Google Merchant Center has posted an update or sent out an email to its merchants with an update saying that it can use your data for whatever, it's your conversion data, which is technically, according to Greg Finn, it's not called conversion data anymore, it's called key events. In any event, Google said they can use your conversion data for whatever they want. This email was posted by Menachem Ani. Here's a screenshot of that, but again, it looks like Google's updating its terms of service that say that they can use your Merchant Center conversion data for improving their own algorithms, for ranking purposes, for UI purposes, whatever they want. So keep that in mind. Google local service ads are now showing up in the mobile local business finder. We noticed it showed up, again, Google announced that it's showing up, the local service ads are going to be showing up on iOS Maps, the Google Maps iOS app. But now they're also showing up in the mobile local business finder when you do a search in mobile search. So you're getting a crazy number of ads there. Anthony Higman spotted this. This is somewhat of a big deal, so definitely take a look at that if you're doing local service ads. Anthony Higman and Joe Schmo on Twitter, or X, also said that, and he clarified this, where Google Ads has this new brand controls, and specifically with brand exclusions, it won't prevent your ads from showing random like firms. I wish you could use local, you could use these extensions, I wish you could use these branding controls to actually block other firms from showing for your brand, or for showing for your ads, and you can't. It doesn't do that yet. And Jimmy Marvin said, this is an area we are continuing to look at, where maybe they could use these controls. Greg Finn thinks there's absolutely no way Google's going to do this because it just is too easy to match and make money for Google Ads. At the same time, this is a real huge headache for a lot of advertisers that don't want their ads to show up for other brand names. Google is adding a checkbox when you are doing election ads or political ads to say that if you have altered or made the content synthetic at all, that you should go ahead and check off that box to kind of label this as a synthetic or altered like image or content around this political campaign. Google said this is going into effect this month, July, and they said we will update the political content policy around this. And they said advertisers are now required to disclose election ads that contain synthetic or digitally altered content that inauthentically depicts real or realistic looking people or events by selecting the checkbox in the altered or synthetic content section of the campaign settings. I don't know why Google allows you to alter or make up stuff in your ads for election campaigns, but again, if you are, they expect you to actually say you are, and then to actually tag it as such. Also on Google Ads, they're now allowing you to advertise, well, many states in the US are allowing you to advertise fantasy sports stuff, and lottery courier ads. It's by state law levels. It's going to start on July 15th. If you want to know which states are allowing it, definitely take a check out my post on July 2nd, where I have all the states listed out for you. Finally, Microsoft Advertising has launched a new property center where you can actually manage different property-based types of ads. This includes like hotels, but also other like vacation rentals and so forth. And in addition to that, Microsoft has made it generally available, the availability of lodging campaigns globally. So if you're using lodging campaigns in the US, now they're available globally for you to use. And again, thank you so much for listening to the Search Buzz video recap. Again, my name is Barry Schwartz, and this is the Search Buzz video recap. Again, today is Friday, July 5th. And thanks to Bruce Clay again for sponsoring. Deeply appreciated. Have a great, safe weekend. See you guys next. Goodbye.